Hey everyone, this is Ronnie coming to you today with a video. And if this is the first time you're stopping by our channel, me myself, Ronnie Hart, Heart Pickers. Me and my wife, we sell mostly men's clothing from thrift stores, antique sales, or estate sales is what I meant to say. Any other way, yard sales, when in season, flea markets, so on, etc. We sell mostly on eBay. And we're going to talk to you about what we sold yesterday. Sales have been somewhat quiet. Thursday they picked up, sold about 4 things for 300 or so. Then Friday, my phone didn't want to stop ringing. We had 10 sales for about $940, $950. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was very strong today. Would have loved to see 1,000, but didn't get there. So I'm going to do a screen share. I'm going to jump into a few things, explain a few things, tell you what we paid, how long it took to sell, and maybe some key things to the item. But here we go. We're going to jump into the first item here. And this was kind of like a bad buy. I know some people would say probably not. This is a pair of Birkenstocks. These are new. They're the Boston edition. Thing about these things is they're size 17. I think I had 7 or 8 of these last year. Yellow tag, TJ Maxx, came up on about, I don't know, 7 pairs. Paid $8 or $10 each. And I've sold more than half of them already. I've restarted this listing a few different times. Sold a pair, and they're actually going back to Germany. I guess maybe Germany, they don't have them, but Birkenstocks, really good shoe. If these were a different size, these would sell a lot better. As you know, even pre-owned, these would sell better. Problem is, size 17, there's a lot of listings out there, and there's not as many people that need a 17 Birkenstock. So these are a very interesting shoe, to say the least. But they do sell. They do make money. Not everything can be a fast seller. So these have been for sale. These sell about every 3 months or so. We sell a pair. All right, jumping right along. Getting to the second item here. Second item here. This was a good sale. I'm going to explain to you. This was a Brooks Brothers. This is the 818 line. This is the Madison Fit Moon Tweed woolen cashmere. A lot of different things going for it. And it's a size 52 long. Anytime you can find Brooks Brothers and anything bigger than 2X or bigger than a 48, it sells at a premium. It sells better. And will sell quick most of the time. There's the 818 line. They only make this line for some sweaters and some jackets. They don't really do this for shirts, I believe, last I remember. There's the Moon Tweed, which is a fabric, kind of like Harris Tweed or Dungle Tweed. They got Moon Tweed. Size, like I said, 52 long. This was for sale for approximately 22 days, and it sold for $140. This was offered a buyer, and we paid $10 for this. So this one sold, like I said, fairly quickly. Had a lot of things going for it, which helped that sale go. And if you're not happy, this is going to be a lot of suits and sport coat heavy day here. I think we sold a shirt and another pair of shoes here. But it was definitely a suit and sport coat kind of day. All right, if you watch our video, we picked this shirt up. This was not the greatest picture in the world. It's a Brooks Brothers. It's the Golden Fleece line, which is kind of more their top of the line, except for when you get to the Black Fleece, which is with Dom Brownie. Another designer makes that stuff. That line is actually discontinued. But this is a tuxedo shirt. It's pleated on the front. It is buttoned, though. This one is buttoned, as you see here. This is a better picture, pleated. And you get the French cuffs. There's the tag right there. Brooks Brothers Golden Fleece, 2-ply, superfine cotton, woven in Italy, made in the USA. Gotta love it. I was into this between 5 and 7. I don't remember exactly what we paid for it. And this sold within 27 days. So not bad at all. And that sold for the 64 plus shipping. So gotta love it. Very nice. All right, the next buyer bought 2 items from us. And this actually happened twice yesterday, where a buyer bought 2 items, which is very nice when a buyer steps out and buys 2 items. First item is this Brioni men's sport coat. Technically, I think this was part of a suit. Just it reeks a suit to me, but the pattern is something you could probably get away with, as it has this can't get a bigger picture on this. Oh, there we go. Has a bigger picture here, and it's like a gray check with a blue, light blue window pane to it, kind of, in a way. Double vented. There's the Brioni tag right there. It's a little bit older of a piece, made for another store. And there's the tag. It was a 46 regular. Has the model Trinalio, 100% wool, as you see it there. The tag is pretty crisp, so you can tell it really hasn't been worn too much, but there wasn't really a huge amount of value. It's 3-button, kind of has a little bit wide lapels. So it sold for $80. I wasn't asking much, just wanted to move this, and it took a little while to move. It took 151 days to move. We were into this for $7. So just because it's Brioni doesn't mean it's automatically going to sell, and it doesn't mean it's going to sell for crazy money. There's some sport coats that we can get $200-300 for, but age, color, size, material all play a factor in the item. All right, that buyer also bought this jacket right here. You can see right here, they went and bought this Brooks Brothers. Once again, it's a Madison fit. This is a little bit more of a lesser line from Brooks Brothers. It's a linen, it's beige. It's, once again, size 46, nothing special, just a linen sport coat. You see right there, 346, kind of their more lower line. This is what you would find at the outlets. And, it's just regular old linen sport coat, really. Nothing too special from Brooks Brothers. Got $48 for it. And this was for sale for a while, too. This was for sale for 110 days. As you get into sport coats, as you get into suits, they take longer to sell. Some sell quick, don't get me wrong. As you're going to see, we had one sell in 3 days coming up. But you can see one took 22 days, one took 151 days, 5 months. And you would think, Brioni, good brand. Like, you have to be patient if you get into the game. You really have to love it. You really have to understand it, and you really want to. It's just something you have to do. You can't get into it and go half-hearted and not understand what you're doing. And another question that comes up a lot with measuring suits that don't have sizes, measure the pit-to-pit measurement. So if you measure across the pit-to-pit, it comes to 44 inches. Subtract 4 and you have the size, because it's about 2 inches bigger. So gives you an understanding of where you should be with the jacket. So 22 pit to pit should be about a 40. So I know a lot of people have asked that. I'm going to make that video. It's just trying to get pictures done, trying to get a lot of different things done. Sometimes these videos do take up a little bit too much of time. But I will try to help you guys as much as possible. That's why I make these videos. All right, this was a thing I was sitting on this for a few weeks. Picked it up. I paid about $24 for this. at a Savers. I bought it with a few other things. I used a 20% off. They had it at like 30. It's a 3-button. It's a vintage piece of Giorgio Armani pinstripe suit, size 48 regular, which is a good thing. Problem was the buttons, as you can see, they're a little gray. They actually aged somewhat from the way they were, like, probably what's the word, stored. They just aged. This is probably 25 years old or so, 25 years old. You can see right here is a really good picture of how they're just gray on the inside. It's really weird. But I picked it up. You can see it right there. They're like a weird chalky gray. But I sold it, and it sold 3 days for $150. So it was a good flip. It sold quicker than I thought. I was happy. I took a chance on it. Even though it's new with tags, you're paying up for it. It has a floor technically with the buttons. But I mean, these sell upwards of $1,000 if you went to the went to the Giorgio Armani store. So hopefully it doesn't get returned or anything. Hopefully I never see it again, and I'll be a happy boy. All right, here. This is an item that I've sold now twice. It got returned to me, and I sold it again. It's a Richard Anderson jacket. Not too long ago, I had a jacket sent to Germany. They failed to pick it up, and this got returned to me in the mail. So I went ahead. I knew who the buyer was, even though I won a case with them, because technically eBay figured that they got sent the thing, they never picked it up. Even though I won the case, I rewarded the case. I got the item back, so I felt that it was necessary to refund that buyer. But they did not get their shipping back. They should have picked up the item. Never heard from them, never even heard from the return or anything. But it's a Richard Anderson. It's a Celibate Row London bespoke maker. Celibate Row, in that area, there's a lot of bespoke suit tailors. There's 10 or 12 of them. I talk about them: Anderson Shepherd, Henry Poole, and don't come across these all that often. But every once in a while I do. This is just a suit jacket. One button on top of that, so it's a little iffy. And I kind of just put this up to kind of get rid of it. One button jacket I thought would be a slower sell than what it was. I see it right here. It was made in 2008. It has a guy's name on it. Don't know who it. K. Sutherland. Maybe it was the guy. Famous guy, maybe not. I had working cuffs to where the cuffs open up and everything. And, that's it. This sold. We had this listed for 15 days, and it's going back overseas to Finland. So hopefully it sticks. Hopefully whoever's in Stockholm, I think, went to whatever the capital is of Finland. I can't think of it now. But I went there, and hopefully it doesn't come back to me at all. Hopefully I pick it up, and that'll be the end of it. All right, we had another item here. I don't usually sell sneakers all that often, but I do occasionally sell sneakers. This is a pair of women's sneakers. These are Brooks Launch 2. These are a size 10. They're missing the inner soles on them. I listed a lot of people that get Brooks actually take out the soles. So it's fairly common to actually find these without the soles. I paid $6 for these. They sold for 32, and they took 27 days to sell. They were in fairly good condition. The Launch 2 is actually an older model. I think they're on like Launch 5 or 6 now. And sometimes it pays to actually look up the models of some of these because they are a little bit dated. I even wear a pair of Brooks to go to the gym and everything. I got a pair of Brooks Beast. So they actually are a very comfortable shoe. I think right there is the date 04/15 when they were manufactured. So they're a little, and always like with sneakers, because they do try out sometimes, occasionally, I give them the twist test to make sure everything was good. But yeah, I mean, they sell, and that's the thing. Every once in a while, I'll pick them up if they're in really good condition. I'm not somebody that wants to go and clean sneakers. And then this last buyer bought 2 items from us, 2 suits, or 2 sport coats, I should say. So we'll jump into them, look at them, and these are actually pretty good sellers when you find them. These are Polo Ralph Lauren, and they're made by Corneliani. This one jacket is a green, and it's wool and cashmere. So it has a nice color. It's a check. Wool and cashmere. It's Polo Ralph Lauren, which you don't really see too many suits unless they're older or made by Corneliani. There's some newer ones. But there's a following for these. And the Corneliani ones are always going to be made in Italy. And you're always going to see this tag here. This is a little bit older of a Corneliani label. Say it was 10% cashmere, 20% wool. Has the Polo Ralph Lauren tag right there. Just a really nice, solid suit. And this sold for $100. And this was for sale for 68 days. And then this buyer bought this other one here. Which is a herringbone gray, like tweed material. And tweed material is that like scratchy wool, heavy wool. Had a hole in the lining in the back near the neck area. Not really a big deal. I priced it a little bit less than the other. These probably belong to the same person because they got listed almost within 5 days of each other. Probably one went to the cleaners, one did not. But this sold for 68 days for $180. So once again, we'll show you. This is a little bit newer of a Corneliani label. You can see right there, it's 100% virgin wool. Guess that's wool that's waiting to get married, maybe. But there's the Polo Ralph Lauren tag, of course, and that's it, you know. So it was a very sport coat suit kind of day. Few pairs of shoes mixed in there and a shirt. So that's the kind of stuff we sell. We do sell other things too, but hey, right that day it was all about the suits and sport coats. But give me a like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later. Have a good day.